In the prehistoric landscape of the Late Cretaceous period, a dinosaur roamed the Earth with a feature so unique it captivates the imagination even to this day. This magnificent being, renowned for its imposing stature, possessed a talent so fascinating it seemed almost otherworldly. Its unique call earned it the title of the Trumpeter of the Cretaceous, a haunting melody that echoed through the prehistoric landscape, and the name that echoed through time, revealing the identity of this majestic creature, was none other than the Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus belonged to the hadrosaurid family, a diverse group of large ornithopods from the Late Cretaceous period. These dinosaurs were notable for their peculiar head adornments, believed to serve purposes such as communication and enhanced hearing. Parasaurolophus is particularly recognized for its distinct cranial crest, forming a lengthy, curved tube that extends upward and backward from the skull in its largest form. Carnosaurus, found in China and possibly a close relative, also exhibited a similar skull structure and potentially a comparable crest. Researchers have suggested various functions for these crests, including visual recognition of species and sexes, acoustic resonance, and thermoregulation. Despite its uniqueness, Parasaurolophus remains relatively rare among hadrosaurids, with only a few well-preserved specimens known to exist. Later on, you're about to hear the awe-inspiring sound of the Parasaurolophus. The discovery of Parasaurolophus, one of the most iconic dinosaurs of the Late Cretaceous period, is a tale of scientific intrigue and paleontological perseverance. There are 3 confirmed species of Parasaurolophus: P. walkeri, P. tubicin, and P. cyrtocristatus. Each of these species has distinct characteristics that make them easily recognizable and different from one another. The journey to uncovering this remarkable creature began in the early 20th century. In 1920, Canadian paleontologist William Park stumbled upon the first fossilized remains of Parasaurolophus in Alberta, Canada, within what is now known as Dinosaur Provincial Park. These initial findings consisted of a partial skull and a few associated bones, providing tantalizing glimpses into the anatomy of this enigmatic dinosaur. However, it wasn't until subsequent expeditions and discoveries in the 1920s and 1930s, led by renowned paleontologists like Barnum Brown and Charles Sternberg, that the true extent of Parasaurolophus's existence began to emerge. These expeditions yielded more complete skeletons, including several exceptionally well-preserved skulls showcasing the distinct hollow crest that adorned the dinosaur's head. Through meticulous excavation and analysis, scientists pieced together the puzzle of Parasaurolophus's anatomy and behavior. In the upcoming segments, we'll explore the intriguing function behind the unique skull structure of the Parasaurolophus. The Parasaurolophus, like many of its dinosaur counterparts, remains shrouded in mystery due to incomplete skeletal knowledge. Initial estimations based on the type specimen of P. walkeri suggest a staggering length of approximately 9.45 meters, with a corresponding weight exceeding 5 tons. Further analysis by Gregory S. Paul hints at an average adult length of 7.5 meters and a weight of around 2.6 tons. Remarkably, the skull of Parasaurolophus, inclusive of its distinctive crest, spans roughly 1.6 meters. In contrast, the type skull of P. tubicin surpasses the 2-meter mark, indicating significant size variation within the species. Notably, its solitary known arm displays proportions deemed relatively compact for a hadrosaurid, featuring a stout shoulder blade. The thigh bone of P. walkeri extends approximately 103 centimeters in length, suggesting robustness compared to its relatives. Additionally, both upper arm and pelvic bones exhibit substantial mass. Parasaurolophus likely possessed the ability to move both bipedally and quadrupedally, affording it versatility in navigating its environment. While its preferred method of foraging likely involved all fours, it presumably adopted a bipedal stance for swifter locomotion. The towering neural spines of its vertebrae, particularly prominent over the hips, contributed to an elevated dorsal profile. Although skin impressions reveal uniform tubercle-like scales for P. walkeri, they provide no insight into larger-scale skin structures, leaving much to be deciphered about the appearance of this iconic dinosaur. The Parasaurolophus possessed a striking cranial crest that extended from the back of its head, formed by the premaxilla and nasal bones. This crest was hollow and featured distinctive tubes running from each nostril to the crest's tip before looping back into the skull. In P. walkeri, these tubes were relatively simple, while in P. tubicin, they exhibited more intricate patterns, with some tubes ending blindly and others intersecting and diverging. Despite similarities in length and gentle curvature between P. walkeri and P. tubicin, P. cyrtocrystatus sported a shorter crest with a more rounded shape. Parasaurolophus fossils have been found in many places across North America, dating back around 76.9 to 73.5 million years ago. During this time, the USA was split into two parts by a big body of water called the Western Interior Seaway. One part was called Appalachia to the east, and the other was Laramidia to the west. Most Parasaurolophus fossils have been discovered along the coast of Laramidia, showing that they lived in a coastal area with flat land, lots of rivers, floodplains, and big forests. These forests had a wide variety of plants like ferns, flowering plants, and angiosperms. As the seaway spread west, the area became more like a swamp. Parasaurolophus shared this habitat with many water creatures such as fish, big reptiles like Deinosuchus, turtles, and a few small mammals. Interestingly, there were also lots of other kinds of dinosaurs living there. Hadrosaurs, which Parasaurolophus belongs to, were very common, with species like Anasazisaurus, Corythosaurus, Brachylophosaurus, and Lambeosaurus. Other types of dinosaurs included Pachycephalosaurus, like Stegosaurus and Sphaerothelis, as well as Ankylosaurus, like Anodontosaurus and Edmontonia. Also, there were ceratopsians like Titanoceratops, Pentaceratops, Utaceratops, Centrosaurus, and Chasmosaurus. In the water, there were reptiles like Mosasaurus, Tylosaurus, and Platycarpus, sky-dwelling creatures such as Pteranodon and Nyctosaurus, and tyrannosaurs like Gorgosaurus, Daspletosaurus, and the formidable Tyrannosaurus rex. Even though it sounds like a lot, all these dinosaurs didn't live at the same time. They lived over millions of years. So there was time for different species to appear and disappear. Parasaurolophus, like other hadrosaurids, was a large herbivore that walked on both 2 and 4 legs. Its sophisticated skull allowed for a chewing-like grinding motion, despite lacking true chewing abilities. The dinosaur had hundreds of teeth arranged in dental batteries, with only a few in use at any given time, as they were continuously replaced. Its beak was used to crop plants, held in place by cheek-like organs. Parasaurolophus could reach vegetation from ground level up to about 4 meters high. Compared to other hadrosaurids, Parasaurolophus and its relatives, known as Lambeosaurines, had narrower beaks, suggesting they could be more selective in their feeding habits. Their diet likely consisted of leaves, twigs, and pine needles, indicating they were browsers rather than grazers. Now let's talk about the thing that made it special. Scientists believe that Parasaurolophus used its unique crest to produce distinct sounds. By using advanced imaging techniques and studying fossilized remains, researchers have gained insights into how this fascinating creature vocalized. The sounds made by Parasaurolophus likely varied, ranging from deep rumblings to more intricate tones, similar to those of modern-day animals like elephants or large birds. These resonating low-frequency rumbling sounds that can change in pitch probably served various purposes within the species, aiding in communication and social interactions. The crest of Parasaurolophus is thought to have acted as a resonating chamber or amplifier for its vocalizations. This complex structure, extending from the dinosaur's skull, likely contained air passages that amplified the sound as air passed through them, causing vibrations. Additionally, the size and shape of the crest may have allowed for the manipulation of sound frequencies, enabling Parasaurolophus to produce a wide range of vocalizations. This versatility would have been beneficial for communication over long distances, facilitating interactions within the herd and signaling danger or attracting mates. The crest of Parasaurolophus played a crucial role in producing its unique sounds, acting as a natural amplifier and allowing for effective communication. What you're about to hear is not just a sound, it's a symphony of an era long gone. Picture yourself in the prehistoric landscapes of Cretaceous North America, surrounded by lush vegetation, towering trees, and the distant rumble of ancient rivers, as you witness the majestic call of the Parasaurolophus. Sadly, there's no escaping the fact that the extinction of this majestic creature is inevitable. The extinction of the majestic Parasaurolophus, much like many other dinosaurs, remains a subject of debate among paleontologists. However, a prevailing theory suggests a catastrophic event at the end of the Cretaceous period played a significant role. It's widely speculated that an asteroid, estimated to be about 6 miles wide, collided with Earth during this period. This impact unleashed a chain of devastating events. Upon collision, a vast amount of dust was thrust into the atmosphere, forming a dense layer that obstructed sunlight from reaching the Earth's surface. With sunlight blocked, photosynthesis became severely hindered, leading to a widespread decline in vegetation. As herbivorous dinosaurs like the Parasaurolophus relied on these plants for sustenance, the decreasing food supply caused their gradual extinction. Paleontologists have identified a crater in Mexico, believed to be the remnants of this colossal impact, lending credence to the theory of an asteroid-induced mass extinction during the Cretaceous period. Though the fate of the Parasaurolophus and its fellow inhabitants of the ancient world may remain shrouded in mystery, the evidence gleaned from such discoveries offers valuable insights into the tumultuous events that shaped our planet's history. If the chilling sounds of the Parasaurolophus gave you goosebumps, then make sure to watch our next video. The largest animal to ever fly is not what you think.